Hi guys, I'm Tracy. Thank you for joining me today. So today's video is one of my most favorite videos to film, and that is a brush haul. Before I get started, I just wanted to say really quick, thank you so much for those of you who have viewed my videos recently, have commented, liked, and subscribed. I was able to grow my channel a pretty good amount in the past couple weeks, so I just wanted to say thank you for all of you guys that helped me get there. So, okay, with that said, let's get started. I am going to be going over the brushes that I got during the Visageusa sale. So it's the Chikuhodo distributor for the US. So these brushes are shipped from Japan, from Kumano, and you just order them through Visage and they, handle the transaction. I will say I was expecting them to come like a little quicker. I ordered these on the 18th and now it's the 31st. So technically it is within the 14-day window that they say your shipment is going to arrive. So they did say what they were going to do. I got a little impatient and I emailed them about the order and everything. But anyways, they came in good shape. I'll really quickly I'm a big, Chikuhodo fan, and this is what they send it in, which is fine. It's just, if you guys have ordered from Beautylish or Chikuhodo, they just do an amazing job with the presentation of your package and everything. And Chikuhodo was just kind of basic, but I'm not like criticizing, I'm just letting you guys know that was the experience that I had. Okay, so I have 4 brushes here, and the first one is really the brush that I've wanted for as long as I've known about fude, and that is the Chikuhodo Z8. So this is really the brush that I wanted, and when they had their 20% off sale, this is really all that I was hoping to get, but because there's a minimum, I did end up getting 3 other brushes that I'm going to show you guys. But this is the gray squirrel, and as far as what Chikuhodo does to categorize these brushes, it is the most soft, natural, and delicate of their different brushes, and it is as soft as you would expect it to be. I can tell that there's some hairs that are like a little lighter. If you guys can see that, like some lighter hairs, you can see it towards the bottom. There you go. And something that did surprise me is that the ferrule is not completely round. It's a tad bit pinched. I mean, not a tad bit, but you can tell it is pinched this way. I'm not sure if I just didn't read the description, but I thought it was a round. Anyways, it's not a criticism. I think it's a beautiful brush. I haven't even used it, so I'm going to use it really briefly to put some blush on, and so you guys can see it in action. So actually, first let me just put a little powder on with it, and I'm going to use the LYS translucent setting powder. I have most of my makeup on, but I know I like seeing brushes in action, so I'll just do a little powder here. And it is very soft, of course, and I really don't have a brush like this. This is definitely my most luxurious, most expensive brush that I have in my collection, and this is kind of what I bought it for, just to have this like great experience. And then I'm going to also use my blush. I'm going to use the Hourglass, the Sculpture blush in here. So it doesn't pick up like a ton of product. It picks up like just the right amount. So I don't know if I'm going to be pouncing it or brushing it. but it does definitely feels like if I were to use it like this, it wouldn't lift any of the product underneath, which is one of the great benefits of using a squirrel hair brush. Yeah, just do the other side. I'll pounce this side to see if there's a difference. So that's really interesting. I don't know if you can see that, but the side that I brushed, it has like a slight sheen to it, as opposed to this side, which is like completely matte from pouncing it versus doing this. It's really amazing. Never expected that to happen, but yeah, I guess that's something you can use if you have this brush. If you want to kind of give yourself a little reflection, you could use this to buff, and that actually makes me want to use a highlighter, see how that comes out. So I'm going to use the same palette in the Hourglass Sculpture Mini. So just have like a moderate amount, and I'm going to buff it on this side, see how it comes out. So yeah, it leaves a very reflective and very even application. Like I can't see where the highlighter, you know, begins and ends. It's just a very, I hate having to use the word seamless with these brushes, but that's the effect that it gives. And then just see how it works out. Let me try that same thing and just pounce it, just see. So it just slightly will apply the highlighter if you do this. So that's really interesting. If you buff it, it really, you know, just like buffing a car or something, it really brings out the sheen. And then if you want it matte, then you pounce it. So I learned something. Hope you guys learned something too. So I'm really excited to get to know this brush, and I mean, this is like the star of this show. It's the brush that, you know, I've wanted and finally got. So I'm really excited about this one. So let's get to the other three. These are all eyeshadow brushes, and the first one I'm going to talk about, this is something that I have a version of from Chikuhodo. So I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was just trying to compare them. You know, in the future I can do a comparison between the different brands. But this is the artist series, so the names are kind of complicated. It says REBL 6-8. So it's the artist 6-8. And these brushes you can get in the red shorter handle, or the long black handle. So I got this in the long black handle. It's a matte black, and these are very lightweight. So I can see if you're a makeup artist and carry a lot of products around, these are good because, I mean, they're very light, and it's made out of horsehair, and it's round and flat, and it's 9 millimeters long. So the one that I have that's comparable is the Chikuhodo 246HS, and this is 9 millimeters also, but it's slightly narrower. Hoping you could focus. It's slightly narrower, and the coloring is different. I thought that these are dyed. I'm pretty sure the Chikuhodo one is dyed because the coloring is very uniform. And I also kind of heard that these Chikuhodo ones were dyed, but they actually look kind of like natural because they have like a little variation in the coloring. You can see that some are like slightly lighter. So, I mean, I guess horses come in all colors, so it just depends on, you know, what kind of animal these came from. but they look very similar, and I am going to demo this one. These I really like for packing on shimmer. They work really great if you want a very strong impact of shimmer on the eye. So let me see if that is the case with this one. So I have a lot of eyeshadow on already, but let me just try, I don't know, I'm gonna try this lighter shimmer, which is actually kind of a difficult shade to use because it doesn't show up very well. So let me just see. So it definitely gets the color on there. And then I'm going to try it with the more, the stronger shimmer shade that's in this palette, and that's the silverish green color. You guys can see that. So it really brings out the shimmer in the shadows. And I would say, I think even more so than the Chikuhodo, or at least as well as this, if not better. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. It does feel a little different from the Chikuhodo. It feels a little silkier, and that would make sense because if this is dyed, that would mean the hair cuticle is more porous, and I know it's what Sanji said, it does kind of soften the bristles a little when you dye it. So if I had to compare it to the other one, it's a little softer and a little more porous. It does, I feel, pick up more shadow than the Chikuhodo one. So far I'm really impressed with this one. And then the next two, I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered them, but they're kind of the same brush, and so much so I think I'm gonna gift one to someone because there's no reason I need these two brushes. So the first one is the REBL, so the Artist Series 12-2, and this is what it looks like. So it's a big eyeshadow brush, and it's, if you can see the coloring, it's like got that brindle coloring. And I think that's because it's made of pine squirrel and weasel, and it's flat and round, and the bristles are 20 millimeters long. It's not really focusing. Okay, there you go. So you can see the different colors there. It's a beautiful brush. I've never used a eyeshadow brush of this size, so I'm a little concerned that I might not get a whole lot of use out of it. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use this for, because I mean, I don't have big eyes, so it's going to be way too big to pack color on. And I mean, it's even big to do like a transition shade. Maybe I can use it to do like a highlight here. What I would really like to use it for is like liquid concealer, or maybe to line the lower lash line, because it is very soft, but the bristles are pretty firm. Like, you know, there's really not a whole lot of give when I do this. So it might be nice for lining the eyes. But if you have this one, let me know what you guys use it for. I do think because there's squirrel hair, it might not be a good idea to use it with creams or liquids, but I just might try it just to see what it can do. So that is the Artist 12-2. And then the last one I got, which I put it back in the package because I don't think I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to probably give it away. And that is the Artist 12-4, and I got it in the red shorter handle. So if you can see this. And another thing I wanted to mention, this one, the handle is really long. I mean, it's kind of, it's like the GSN series, pretty much. Yeah, so these are really long handles if you get the black version. And I actually really like the red handle because it's got like a varnish. It's shiny and it's much prettier, I think, than the black one, which is just this black matte. And it's just a little more substantial. It feels just feels more substantial in the hand. And this is horsehair, round and flat, and it's a lot more flexible than this one. I don't know exactly why. Well, because this is like weasel hair, so that is known to be very coarse and kind of like a stiffer bristle. So, and I can tell it's pretty much the same shape as the other one I got. So I just don't think I was thinking very well when I ordered these two, because there's no way I'm gonna really need these two brushes. So I don't know, I might give this one, I might give this one. So anyhow, maybe I'll gift this one. But those are the last brushes that I got. So that's really the end of the haul. I do want to say that I haven't forgotten about my last haul, and I usually do a follow-up within 2 weeks of receiving brushes. But just because this month was a busy brush month, I am not ready to do a follow-up with these brushes. So the last Chikuhodo haul involved the J110, I have it all right here, the G511, which is this angled brush, the G5505, which is the flat packing brush. I really like this one. I've been using it a lot. Also the Wayne Goss 6, which is the flat squirrel brush, and the Sana G Face 2 brush. This one I have a pretty good idea of what it's for, but I am still working on getting to know these brushes, and once I feel comfortable, I'll post a follow-up to those brushes. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do before you leave, and I will see you all next time. All right, bye.